Restart the video, guys, so let's all pay attention to this. Let's talk after and see what happens.
Has been poisoned and a baby is crawling to go eat it. Well, a precious life is on the line and I'll need an assistant to save it, so it's your lucky day. I'll teach you how to time travel. First rule, don't do anything until the clock says it's time. The clock doesn't mess around. So here goes. If you're watching this video on a computer, pressing J or L will warp you 10 seconds backward or forward in time. Oh god, since when did this baby know how to run? Anyway, if you're instead watching on your phone, sorry, this effect isn't gonna work. Come back when you have access to a computer. The baby's getting close, so we need to act now. I'm gonna time freeze the baby, and you will warp forward the cake's age. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa, baby doesn't want to chow down on the now rotten smelly cake. We saved its life. Oh, the baby wants to drink vodka now. That's no good, the legal age is 21. I think you've learned enough, I'll leave this one up to you. Crap, now the baby's 50, too old to party. We gotta warp backward. Perfect, he's 22 and is enjoying the booze. Yikes, now he's hungover. Let's warp him out of it. He is dead. What a tragedy. 'Tis the fate of a time traveler to witness every youngster die of old age. Second rule, never become attached to the children you assist. That being said, you've made good progress. But there's one last skill I want to teach you. Overlapping timelines. Buckle up, press L. Now press it again. Excellent job so far. Let's turn it around and press J.
Can everybody welcome the new follower that joined today, guys?
Now press it again. Nice one, you're doing well. I'm gonna get some coffee. Please ignore everything my animatronic phone says. You copycat. Now press it again. Nice one, you're doing well. I'm gonna get some coffee. Please ignore everything my animatronic clone says. You copycat.
Ignore.
Now press it again.
Oh, I gotta ignore. Okay.
Thanks for ignoring the clone. One final command. Press L. It's gonna be hard to top that flawless run. Out of hundreds of my students, nobody has performed overlap timelines as well as you just did. Use your newfound powers for good. Never use them for evil. Oh, and one last lesson. Press J every time you see this red dot hit the wall. Repeat that you just did. Use your newfound powers for good. Never use them for evil. Oh, and one last lesson. Press J every time you see this red dot hit the wall. Repeat that until you reach the beginning. Ready? Never use them for evil. Oh, and one last lesson. Press J every time you see this red dot hit the wall. Repeat that until you reach the beginning. Ready? Go. Use them for evil. Oh, and one last lesson. Press J every time you see this red dot hit the wall.
Even if I don't hit it though.
Repeat that until you reach the beginning. Ready? Go.
Thanks for
forward script, we have to include one word of the backward script. These words have to play two roles. Fortunately, the words to Rick Astley's song are pretty common, so I was relieved. I wrote these double-purpose words in all caps, and then it just became a puzzle. For example, say your choices are, I will time freeze the baby, and I'm gonna time freeze the baby. Both have the same meaning, so we could use either, but the backward script also requires us to use the word gonna, so that seals the deal for us. In short, I just had to experiment with different sentence formats 20 times and I was done. Now let me show you the finished timeline with the player's intended journey in navy blue. After 55 seconds of explaining, I had you perform your first L press, which looks like this. If you followed my orders, you shouldn't have witnessed anything in the gap. But some of you did anyway. Next, I had you do an LJL press to toy around with the baby's age so he could legally drink vodka from his glass. Be warned, J presses can easily cause infinite loops. It takes an L press on either side to prevent that.
Well, that last L press killed me. Think about all of my hopes and dreams crushed.
Well, you still got to live 98 years, we just didn't get to witness it.
Whatever.
Anyway, this next stunt, even top time-traveling students
so yeah, it says if you don't press it, it does nothing there.
With it. What stunt am I talking about? That's right, the universally hated overlapping timelines. By some stroke of luck though, a good portion of you viewers out there executed it perfectly. Dang, I'm impressed.
I guess I'm not the one that executed it.
I don't want to repeat myself too many times, so I'll just show the diagram here. It should explain itself. do you want to know the thing I love most about overlap timelines? If you followed directions correctly, you should have traversed 205 to 07 3 times. The only way you know how to take action differently each time is the context, and only the context.
Yeah, I got you,
My
then, bro.
previous messages changed.
Let me finish reacting to this and I'll add.
Wait, you have to be kidding me. Some of you forgot to ignore my animatronic clone and got stuck in an infinite loop? Oh my god, that's embarrassing. Anyway, next on my list of stunts was the grand finale, which, to my surprise, made some of you want to go on a killing spree. So I should probably write an obituary to the people you killed. To clarify, yes, I asked you to repeatedly press J every time the dot hit the wall, which ends up being a little prank we like to call a Rickroll. The timing's tricky to get just right, so if you had trouble, Turbell's video will do all the work for you.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you.
Apologies from me for playing a 13-year-old prank on you viewers. I promise I won't do anything like that ever again. But enough of that diagram. I know what you guys really care about, the audience retention graph. So if everyone followed orders exactly correctly, then every line here should account for 100%, giving us this graph. When I say boop, I'll show the actual graph. Drumroll please. Boop. Ew, gross. It's so inaccurate. Don't worry, I'm just joking. In all honesty, I'm really impressed with how visible the Rick-rolling hills are. They're 9.5 seconds apart, and their height means that roughly 420,000 people participated in the fun! I've also never seen retention higher than 200% for a video longer than a minute. Now I'd like to point out that the baby's death had really low retention, which is just disrespectful to baby. He dies, so you decide to look away? Despicable. In other news, I think it's really cool that during the gaps I told you to skip over, you can see a noticeable divot. This one's U-shaped as expected, but I can't find a reason for why this one would be double U-shaped. You're seriously gonna... Oh right, it did have a reason. I had to send you guys there to rickroll you. Also, there's no reason this region should be above 100.
To be honest, yo, I really wanna do that shit now. Hold on, go back to this bitch. I really want to see this shit, yo. Hold on, before we do react to more videos, guys, I actually want to do this shit for real now. I kind of understand the gist now of every time it hits the fucking thing now.
You want to
put that right
there.
Put that right
nobody
there.
has, as well as you. Use your new powers for good. Never use them for evil. Oh, and one last lesson. Press J. Hundreds of my students. Excellent job so far. Let's turn it around and press J.
It says it moves it back.
No. For evil. Oh, and one last flawless run. Out of 100 every time you see this red dot hit the wall. Repeat that until you reach the beginning. Ready? Go. Never. You gonna be give J. You up. Press. Never be gonna let's you down on never. Gonna time freeze the beat. Press J.
Hold on. Go back to that. Go back.
Go. Ready? Go. Never. Gonna be give J. You press never be gonna let's you down on never gonna run around and dessert you want to learn how to
I'm fucking doing it. Oh shit. I was your beers. Nice. Yeah, that's just hilarious, yeah. Nah, but the time was annoying, yo. What the